Hello, hello.
Hello, Babale.
Welcome back.
Yes, we are
Another
back.
Tuesday on
Another
time,
Tuesday on time.
on budget.
Not sure about that.
Yes.
Yeah, but on time.
Yeah, we're on schedule.
It's
we're
on schedule.
continuing. We're
Yeah,
continuing.
It's not bad.
Yeah, 100%. Okay,
Okay.
great. So today we are talking about some great stuff, but first we want to check that we
Technically on.
are on.
And
Exactly.
if you are online, tell us hello, tell us hi, tell us if you can hear us well.
Yeah, hear us and see us. Exactly. Let me check on my side.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me. Perfect.
Okay.
If you're here, by the way, welcome. And
Welcome.
please interact in the chat, ask questions. Hi, Kapil.
Hi, Kapil.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, definitely let us know if you want to add anything else or you have questions of your own, because the topic today is all about what steals your time. What are the time thieves that people have? Everybody says, I don't have enough time. People say that they can't get enough done, but then they see other people that somehow succeed, but then they have no way to do it. They have kids, life, businesses, or they're working full time, or whatever the case may be. They don't have time. So that's the topic for today.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good topic.
It is a good topic.
Yes.
And we can leave it at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
Yeah, next topic. Great topic.
Now that we handled that
Over
one.
to you listeners to
Yes.
figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Harold,
Hi,
by the way.
Harold.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're really digging into is the
Okay.
time thieves. And it's usually hidden from people.
Yeah. So the first thing is people are very, very powerful, extremely powerful, much more than they admit.
Right.
The reason they don't admit that they are so powerful is because they use a lot of, they are powerful and they use this power in the past incorrectly and cause damage. And because they're not only powerful, but also good, in order not to cause bad, they cut the power.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're still very extremely powerful. And the first stealing of time happen when you say that you don't have time, because you're always right. If you say you don't have time, you will see you will not have time.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you will check those people that say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, 99.9% of the day, they actually do nothing, no production, nothing, zero.
Okay. Somebody will say to that, but I work 9 to 6. My boss sometimes needs me to work overtime.
Yeah.
I do a lot.
The fact that someone work, unfortunately, do not mean that he actually progress towards any target.
Yeah.
So working,
True.
most of the people define work as the process of exerting energy. Yes.
Yeah.
But the fact that you burn the house do not mean that you build a house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So exerting energy is not actually what we are talking about. Work, if it is just exerting energy, is useless.
Right.
What we're actually talking about is bringing about a defined, specific result.
Yeah.
Now, this is really unbelievable. I have a guy, a really good guy, and I started to manage him. And this person just busy. He works hours. He works, I think, like 20 hours per day.
Wow.
Not one result.
Wow. Okay.
Now you will see that those kind of people, not only they don't bring result in their production, when they talk to you, they will write a book, but they will not tell you anything. They will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about nothing. Everything in their life is confusion. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
So a productive person sit on top and he makes sure that all the noise is suppressed. So he's got a clear word for production.
Right.
Yes?
Yeah.
So the job, my job as a spirit, is to make sure that all the stops are suppressed, are removed. So I clear the road so I can actually produce.
Right. Sense.
A non-productive person actually turn the fire on all the problems that his mind could have been. So not only suppressing the noise, suppressing barriers, he actually ignite the barrier. He makes them bigger. He makes everyone think that the barriers are insurmountable.
Yes.
So this same guy come to me and he says, well, we have this system, this help system. It's some kind of a help system online, and it was hacked and it's not working and blah, blah, blah. Now, we said, so I already know that basically he's not productive. He's just not productive. So I set up a meeting with a few other people that are in the field, in the organization, looked at that 15 minutes we had the meeting by 2. By 3 o'clock, I got the report that it's all handled. Where before it was like,
yeah.
Why? The person that don't have time decide that he doesn't have time because that he does not actually understand the end result.
Yeah.
When you don't understand the end result, you don't have time.
Yeah. That makes sense. I can see that.
Know that this is what I need to do, I would not have time. So the first action in creating time is defining clear result.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So defining clear results. Let's break it down, because in a way it sounds to me like easier said than done in a way, because, okay, I get it, but I do have 15 hours of commitments of work a day, let's just say, or this person works 15 hours. He doesn't have time now to be with the family, or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah. So if you ask this person to take those 15 hours and to write what's the result that he tried to achieve, just to write down what is the actual result.
Yeah.
You will find that number one, he will tell you what he needs to do, but not what's the result that he wants to achieve.
Yeah.
And if you'll get him to write the results, you'll see that half of them probably are not needed. It's just in his mind. And they're complicated. They're not really what's needed. The other half is just complication of what actually need to be done. And when you sit with him and write it down, you will see that it is 3-4 things that he needs to actually achieve, that in his mind is a mountain.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's unbelievable. Until you don't sit and do that, it's unbelievable. Do it with yourself and you'll see. You think, I have so much to do. If you actually sit down and start doing what you need to do, you will discover that you have much less than what you said that you have, or what you thought that you have.
Yeah, I've 100% seen that. No doubt about it.
Always.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So if you define, the first thing is you need to define the result. If you feel you don't have time, what you actually say is, I don't have results.
I see.
Now, there's an actually unbelievable situation here that happened. Imagine that this is now, okay? When you say, at any given moment, you can either control the next second or be controlled. What does it mean, control or be controlled? You can either say it just happened or I make it happen.
Yes.
If you say it just happened, the past or something exterior to you will become cause and you will become effect. If you say, I will do it, I can do it, I define what will happen in that second, I become cause and the past become effect.
Yes. Amazing.
When you become cause, it cannot be that you don't have time, because you cause the next second.
Right.
You actually make it happen. So it isn't either the next second happened by you or happened to you. Useless people, the next second happened to them. Able people make sure that the next second will happen by them.
Yes.
That's the key.
That's a major key.
Yeah.
And so how does somebody that's, their life is set up in a way that they are an employee, it's not their own business, they're running a family or whatever the case may be, they're living a life that requires the daily struggles that most people go through. How does somebody like that put the next thing there? How does that practically play out? How do they do that on a gradient?
So let's say that I'm this programmer. Yes.
Yeah.
So the first thing to realize, if you say I don't have time, to know I'm lying. And I'm not using it lightly. I'm lying.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm lying because
Yeah.
you waste your time most of the day.
Yeah.
So the first thing to realize, it is a lie that you don't have time. Total lie.
Yeah.
Now, once you realize that it's a lie, you need to realize that you probably don't contribute to the business as much as you earn. Otherwise, you wouldn't cry so much, but you will have results.
Yes.
So when a person don't actually contribute, he cry. Yes.
Yeah.
It's really, it's unbelievable, but this is what it is. If you don't contribute, you cry. So realize you don't actually contribute. Now sit down, understand from your boss what is the actual product, what is the actual result that you need to bring. Understand it fully. Figure a way to measure how much you produce, how much of the result you produce, and go ahead and produce without any disturbance. Turn off your phone. Turn off the internet. If you need the internet for your work, only for the internet. Don't open the browser and go to another 50 sites before you actually remember that you forgot what you want to do when you open the browser.
Always, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
You really need to set up that yourself as, I'm not wasting time. I'm not wasting time. And anything that you do it to perfection. You end cycle on it. You don't do it twice.
Yeah.
You done it. How do you don't do it twice? But by understanding fully what you need to deliver to someone else. All of a sudden, if you do that, you will become a model of efficiency, and your boss will beg you to become his partner.
Yeah.
Your boss will beg you to pay you more. And if not, you will need to beg him to pay you more.
Yes.
And then you'll move from one job to another. In every job, you will cheat your boss for a certain amount of time. Your boss will realize that you're useless. You just waste time. And you'll go to the next job. And one day you'll become 30, 40, and you'll realize that, I don't have time for life because my life is ending. If you don't have time, you do not produce, because time is the result of production. If you produce, you put the next future there. If you have the next goal, every next goal is the next future. Your next product is your next future.
Yeah.
When you say no product, when you don't bring result, you say, I have no future, I have no future, I have no future, I have no future. So you don't have time.
Yes.
Yeah. This is really unbelievable that someone that says, I don't have time, basically says, I'm not putting my next future there. Why? How do you put the future? By putting the next result and the next result and the next result. But if tomorrow you don't bring result, and the next day you don't bring result, and the next day you don't bring result, you sit down and you hope for the best. And the best is always the worst for you, because it will be the best for someone else. And you'll cry a lot. You will have all the justification and all the holes in your body to prove that you have been shot. But me and you know that you are just irresponsible. You did not produce. You wasted your time.
Yeah.
That's the actual story.
Yeah. Amazing. And then you waste time crying.
Exactly.
And what I like that you said is that time is the result of production. That's amazing.
Time is the result of production, because you put this next second by what I'm producing next. But if I prove to myself that I cannot produce the next, it means that I'm useless.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have time. The only time that I have is the past. And I will dwell on the past, and I will say what has been done to me, and look what's happened to me. Look how I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. You are to blame. You are to blame. You are to blame. I'm dead. Nonsense.
100%. Amazing. Kapil's asking, what's your view on making to-do lists for the day? Does defining results and to-do lists have any correlation?
Yeah, the to-do list is one of the problematic things in the universe. Why? Because to-do lists tell you that you need to do. The ideal thing is that you'll do nothing, and that you'll do oops, and you'll say abracadabra, and boom, there will be a result.
That's the ideal, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to-do lists, when it is only what I need to do, will get you to do a lot. If I take any person that did to-do lists or didn't do to-do lists, you will see that he did a lot in the last 5 years, 0 results. You get paid for results. You get time for results. Your real pay is because you brought result. And your pay is in how much time you create forward. What does it mean, how much time I create forward? If I create a lot of time forward, if I have a lot of result forward, it means that I have a lot of resources to create the next thing. If you can create a lot of time forward, you cannot have you cannot have no money. But if you create a lot of excuses backward, you will not have money.
Yeah.
It is really the answer for money, the answer for happiness, the answer for everything. If you don't put the next second there, by putting the next product there, the next result there, you are going to be crying for a long time, and you'll be in your mind totally right, but poor and useless and sick. And why do you even live? Waste of time.
Yeah, literally.
You don't, because if you don't actually contribute. You don't lead. If you think about the past, if you're stuck in the past, you're not contributing. Contribution is always by creating the next future. For any person that dwell on the past, any person that think, oh, look what's happened to me, he just not producing. He does not create future. He is not contributing to his group, to society, to mankind, to nothing. He is just consuming.
Yeah, 100%. And most people do.
I know.
Most people are like that. Yeah. Yeah. Eva said, wow. Jason said, super. Kapil, wow. And time is the result of production. Yeah, that's amazing.
100%, yes.
So I have an interesting question in relation to time in some degree. So, when we were traveling, now we were in the Philippines, and we met these people that are from Europe. And in Europe, it's quite common to take some time to go on holiday. It's just part of the schedule, part of the culture. In the US, we have friends there that have 2 weeks. That's it, limited. And if they want to do more, like if they have a special occasion, if the 2 weeks is up, that's it. They're really limited by the job, and it's quite constricting, more so than in Europe or in South Africa in terms of the mentality. How would somebody who's an employee who wants to have a bit more control of their freedom, meaning they want to start regaining this ability to say, but I have my own schedule that I want to.
Let's say I'm working in the US.
Yeah.
And I am a programmer.
Yeah.
Yes. And every product, I'm the only programmer in between all the other programmers that bring result on time, 0 bugs, less cost for the company. I'm the only one that knows what's going on. I'm holding everything, and I bring results.
Yeah.
And I come to the boss and tell him, listen, I want months off. If the boss is smart, he will say, and you're going to keep all of this going? And I say, yes, I'm going to keep all of this going. If I'm a smart boss, I'll tell him, go.
Yeah.
You go, be at home. I don't know, sleep. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you drinking? Orange juice. Drink orange juice. You need holiday. Holiday. You need to sleep here. Sleep here. You want to sleep on the roof. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to come naked, not a problem. Anything you want.
Yeah.
If you bring result, anything you want. And if he says no, I will say not a problem. I'll find a different place that will tell me yes. This boss will very, 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 very quickly will do one of two things. Either will lose his best producer,
right,
and go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Or would say, oh yes, of course, honey, of course. Anything else, darling?
Yes.
Do you want me to pay you for the holiday?
Yeah.
That's what he would. That's what the normal boss will do. And then the next time when I go to work, I will tell to my boss, listen, you will tell me what you want to produce. I will produce it at better time than you expect, better than anyone else. However, my production buy me time. Time for laughing, time for kiting, time for singing, time for, I don't know, smoking cigars. This is buying me time because I produce so well. Everyone here will produce X amount. I will produce double. So I have free time as much as I want. So for as long as I bring the results, and we define the results in advance so you don't change the goalpost, I have the extra time for myself.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which boss will say no?
But what if it's somebody who's like managing, and if they step away, like everything's really relying on them being there?
They don't know how to manage.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't know how to manage. What managing do not mean doing the work.
Yeah.
Managing meaning training your people to such a degree that even if I'm in the Philippines, you still do the work.
Yeah.
And if you're in the Philippines, someone else do the work for you.
Yeah.
So managing do not mean I do all the work. They don't know. They need to learn how to manage.
Yeah, I see.
All of these things they don't know.
I see.
If a person will learn the principles, then
Okay, and one more example on that front. Let's say you're a dentist and you need to be the one that's in the people's mouths. And now if you're away, you're away.
That's correct, because again, he doesn't know. If a dentist is
But I don't mean the owner. I mean one of the dentists in
if a dentist in a dentistry is a person that just sitting there and doing the work, he will not produce. Yes, he will have very little. But if he's really good, he will raise the prices. When I go to my dentist, I pay him 10 times more than a normal dentist. Why? Because his quality is so good. He works so fast. And he gives me some extra thing that no other dentist can do. Why he could do that? Because he's learning. He learned that one thing is to be dentist. Second, he needs an administration around him. So this is one dentist that works in a practice, but he has a whole administration around him. So he has a machine around him. So everything is ready for him. So what everyone else doing in 2 days, he's doing in half a day.
I see. Yeah.
He sit me down and he said, okay, you have to work on 10 teeth. Now you're going to sit for 8 hours. And in one go, you went boom, the whole thing. There is always a way, but what's the problem is the guy is just a dentist. He knows how to work, but he doesn't know anything about administration. He doesn't know how to expand. If I'm a dentist working in an office like that, I say, listen, I'm going to work in an office like that, yeah? But I'm going to build here a system that will produce much more than what you're doing right now. What do I mean? I want to have here 5 dentists working for me. I will start as myself, but I will build my practice within your practice to have 5 dentists working for me. So I will pay you the rent or whatever I'm paying you, or I will share with you this income.
Yeah.
So I will create for you more income, but I will get in return leisure time.
I see. I see.
If this is what I'm after, if I'm
Yeah.
after money, I'll get money. If I'm, I don't know, if I'm after awards, promotion, whatever.
Time off, whatever. Yes.
Anyone that actually understand how to build, every person that just work as a typewriter, or as a typist, or as a something, and doesn't understand the full concept of a business, that he is a business. Every person is a full business. If he doesn't understand that he is a full business, he will stay useless and never grow.
That's important to understand. Every Uber driver is a business.
A full business. Every receptionist
real
is a full
estate agent,
business.
receptionist, yeah.
Every person in a business is a full business. He needs to grow his area. He is not just sitting there doing what he's been told. This is AI. This is AI doing, robots doing that. A person is a full business that his job is to grow the area.
Yeah.
So he can earn leisure time.
Amazing. That's also an amazing concept. Every employee needs to hear that. You are a full business.
You need to learn. And every business owner needs to learn that he needs to teach every one of his employees how to become a full business, but he cannot do that because he usually is not trained.
Yeah,
the owner is usually not trained. Doesn't know that he doesn't know that he's a full business. He just knows that he's a dentist or carpenter or whatever.
Exactly. Amazing. Okay. We have here, Kapil is asking, shouldn't we break down the results into tasks to do and then get them done one by one?
No, we should break the result into results to achieve. And if you don't know the result, then you will know what to do. Because otherwise you will become a robot. Robot have a tasks to do. He doesn't know what's the result. A person have result and he breaks down on the fly the task to do.
I see.
So I write the task to do. I don't have a meeting. I have a result of the meeting. Because if you just go to a meeting, the meeting will be useless. You will earn nothing from that meeting.
Yeah, I see. So you should have a results list, not a to-do list, not a to-do result list.
To-do list is something that's cheating everyone, and because everyone agree with this to-do list, someone came up with this stupidity, and everyone agree with this to-do list, then you do to-do list, but you become a robot. Robots do. People bring results.
Yeah.
The doingness is incidental. I am after bringing the result, not after the to-do. My purpose is not to do. My purpose is to achieve results.
Yeah.
And the best is by sitting on an island in Fiji, kiting and smoking cigars. That's the best. If I need to be here, I'm not as good.
I see. Yeah. So ideally, you get to that point.
Yeah, ideally you replace
Or
yourself,
yeah,
and
or
you
go
go.
create another business,
Oh,
continue
yeah, yeah,
producing,
whatever
whatever.
you
But the
want,
point
whatever,
is,
whatever is your the things that you're after.
yeah,
I
yeah.
can be after leisure. I can be after just more money. I can be after both. I can be after, I don't know, recognition. I can be after just helping more people. Whatever it is that you're after.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Amazing. That alone is super powerful. I don't know if you have more on that, on the topic of that, or if we've more or less covered
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so first of all, Jason said, wow. And if you have any other questions, now's the time to put them down, and we'll, of course,
Or
answer them,
forever
or
hold your peace.
forever hold your peace. There's no other way to contact us.
Never, ever.
Yeah, so this is it. This is your one chance. Let's talk about this Friday, free, the business class. So what's going to be happening there? I can tell you just generally for people listening, you can find out info on gprosperity.com/business. It's this Friday, the 22nd of March. It's at 2 p.m. South African time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern time, and it's free. You can join online or live in Cape Town. But what are we going to learn there?
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over all the advices that you heard in your life on how not to do business. For example, to-do list.
Yeah.
This is just one small example.
Yeah.
For example, I have a problem with time. There's many advices that you got in life, and they're so ingrained in you as something that's super true that the first thing we need to realize it's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's seriously.
Yeah.
I spoke today to someone, and that person told me, I went to a communication course, and in the communication course, they told us that we need to sometimes, that people don't realize that they talk monotonely, so they don't change the volume. And I said, okay. So what does it mean? So he says, sometimes you need to talk higher, sometimes lower. If you want to have someone attention, you need to be quiet. And I said, but this is total stupidity. And he said, no, but if I'm quiet, you will pay attention. I said, no, if you communicate with me, I will pay attention. And that person, maybe if you're quiet, will pay attention. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I will pay attention because I communicate with you, not just when you're quiet.
Right. Yeah.
And actually, you will see that a person in anger, if you'll be quiet, he will attack you. A person that afraid will not even notice that you are quiet. If you go to a beggar and you be quiet, will he notice? No, because he's not there.
Right.
So that's not the issue. The issue is not that you need to raise your voice or lower your voice, etc. This is total bullshit. It's lies that you are learning. It's lies. Why? Because the real thing is, what do I want to achieve, and who is in front of me?
Yeah. Exactly.
So who is in
Right.
front of me?
Yeah.
Like when you're upset, do you need to go to a course for someone to tell you that you need to shout?
No, you just know that's what you're doing.
When
right now.
you're afraid, do you
Yeah.
need a course that someone to tell you that you need to run away?
No.
No. So it's total bullshit. You need to learn the end result. What is communication? What do you expect from communication? And so you can maybe say, okay, fine. So this is the end result from this kind of a person. What do you think you need to do to achieve that result from that person? And we can train and do all kind of things. But I'm not a robot that I need to learn to raise my voice or to lower my voice or robotically to now become quiet.
Yeah.
Because it will become not natural.
Yes.
When do I do that? At which second?
Yeah, exactly.
So there is so much, almost everything people hear is bullshit. How do I know? Because the result of most people is failure.
Yeah, 100%.
Most people fail. Most people find life hard. Most people find life difficult. Most people find they cannot actually pay the expenses. Most people feel that this is a struggle. It's not actually an amazing adventure.
Yeah.
They really suffer because they're using all these fake realities. So the first thing we need to do is to define what are those fake realities.
100%.
So we'll define those fake realities probably in the first lesson, in the first 3 lessons. And of course, then we will learn how to handle them, etc., etc. But if you will just know that this is a fake reality, you just know, for example, now to-do list is nonsense. You need a production list. Your whole life changed.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not, you don't communicate by lowering your voice or high or putting your voice down. No. I realize what I want to achieve from you. Automatically, I will know what to do.
Correct.
The spirit knows.
Yes.
If I need to tell you what to do, you're gone already. I first of all need to bring you back to be a spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, that's amazing. And for those people that have a business, I've talked to people and they say what they're interested in is how do I scale? How do I expand? How do I don't know, get investment? Is that
everything? Every section of the business. A business have 21 basic areas. Okay. Each basic area have within it 5 sub areas. And this is just the main part of a business. And outside of that, there is some other networks that are happening, some other communication that has to be established. And if you understand the different parts of the business, you will see that a business is like a body. Imagine that you're born and you got a body without 2 hands, 2 legs, and mouth, and you have just a brain, which is the owner.
Yeah.
Not so usable.
Yeah.
Not so usable.
True. Yeah.
Yes, it's fine. You think you're wonderful, but not so usable. Yeah, that's a normal business. A brain, an owner, and nobody.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. That's a very good analogy. Yeah,
because there's nobody there. And actually nobody. Even
literally, even in the word, nobody. Nobody there. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a very good analogy, and I've seen that for sure. Yeah.
So you need to learn. You really need to learn. People have this another fake reality, another lie, that it is, business you do. No. Business you don't do business. You learn a specific technology. You learn what actually bring the result. And once you understand the result of each area, then you will know what to do. But you'll need to learn, first of all, what are the areas and what the result. Even the smallest thing, what is the result, let's say, of the owner of the business? Ask any person, write to me, what's the result of the owner of a business? Write it down, the result.
Yeah.
Not what he's doing. What's the result?
Yeah.
What's the result of the marketing department? Just write to me the result, not what they do. I'm willing to put money that if the person did not learn with us, they don't know.
Yeah, true, 100%. And
what's the result of the correction division?
Yeah.
What's the result of the account receivable person? What's the result of the company accountant?
Yeah.
What's the result of owner? What's the result of the business? Not what you do.
Yeah.
What is the result? And you'll see, people don't know.
It's amazing. And you mentioned that every business has 21 parts, and those are broken down into 5 more parts. So it's 105 parts, more or less.
And each one of those 5 parts can expand internally to sub 5 parts as the business grows. So it is the same, like you have a body, and as the body grows, you don't add parts. It's just expanding internally.
Oh, I see. Yes, that makes sense.
It's like the same part. It's just getting longer. So you've got a sales division. The sales division or the sales department, and you've got salesmen within the sales department. So there's just more of those, but they're divided to 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 because there's 1 in relationship to 3 plus 1 that is an organizing person. So you'll see that there's always spirit, mind, body, product. 1 plus 3.
I see.
Plus an organizing body.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's amazing.
Yes.
So there's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to learn.
But what I was going to say is that there's these 105 parts, and what's amazing that I got, especially from this talk, is that applies to one person.
Yes.
Every employee has, in a way, those 105 parts.
Yeah. Every person,
that receptionist has 105 parts, and if they know it, they'll be the best, and they'll excel, and they'll grow, and they'll move up the ranks.
But you go to a normal receptionist and ask her, what is the result of your job? And she would do, I'm receiving. Recepting. I don't know.
I answer calls.
This is what you do.
Yeah.
What's the end result? Write to me. Tell me what's the result of the receptionist. No one knows.
Yeah.
So what you have is not a receptionist. You have a talking head. You have a robot.
Yeah, that knows how to answer calls, but doesn't know what the result is.
Yeah, what's the result? So how do I answer the call? So you need a manager now to keep and tell her, don't do that, answer that, answer that, answer that. So now she learned that she needs to talk up and down. So when a person says, she said, "Good morning,"
Yeah.
and then she's quiet for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And he say, "Hey," and we say, "Oh, hold on, 3 seconds, please."
Yeah, I learned that I need 3-second break for good communication. Yeah, exactly.
Nonsense, yes.
100%. Kapil said the last class was also super awesome. Yes. Jason's asking, how do I decide what's the best course of action between two options? So in a situation of doubt, how do you decide what's the best course of action? I think
Okay, it's there's a 8 steps process that you need to go through, but generally, you need to define what the end result will be from option 1, what will be the end result from option 2. You need to measure those results and decide what will bring the greatest survival to the greatest number of people or things. I just gave you a whole book in 2 sentences, yes?
Yeah.
So the whole subject of a doubt is a whole book, but generally that's what you need to do.
And there's a free or super low cost course that we have that's like the doubt course intros, I think it's called. You can sign up for that. I think it might even be free. And it starts to get into the subject of how do you handle doubt?
Or what is doubt?
Or what is doubt to begin with?
Because let's define what is doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Kapil said this communication course also seems to be teaching people the things to do and not what results they need
100%.
Create through communication. Exactly. Yeah.
The same thing like almost every activity on earth is how do we turn people. The lie is so big that it's unbelievable. But if you will actually look, you'll see all the time people teach you, the best teacher teach you how to make you useless by making you into a good robot. A good robot is not a good person.
Yeah, 100%.
So when you turn a person into a robot that learn what to say, when to say, because he learned that he needs to do smile. When he meet a person, I need to smile. No, I don't always need to smile. When I see Osama bin Laden, believe me, I don't smile.
Yeah.
I shoot.
Yeah.
Of
course.
It's incorrect.
You lose all sense of judgment.
Yeah, because now I'm going to, to a funeral, and I meet people and I learn I need to smile. Hello.
Yeah.
No, in a funeral you don't do that because you understand the purpose. That the product is to actually figure out how do I create rapport with this person based on the situation he is in, not I'm in.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I understand where is he there and how do I create this rapport with him. Well, okay, fine. Now if I understand that this is the purpose and I understand that I'm in a synagogue or in a burial place, and obviously I don't come and say, "Hey, how's it, man?" Because
of course it wouldn't be appropriate.
It would not be appropriate. It's an inappropriate emotion to the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. This was amazing. Also, it was like 40 minutes, which felt to me like 20.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
yes.
and
we didn't cover almost nothing.
Yeah, no, we covered it. That was really good. That was really, really good.
There's much more.
Yeah, there's more.
What I mean.
Yeah, 100%. And much more on this will be at the class. So if you haven't yet signed up, sign up now. Go to gprosperity.com/business. It's in 3 days, this Friday. And it's free. So there's no reason not to join. And you should invite people that you care about.
It's not exactly free. Bring chocolates. I love chocolates.
Yeah, exactly. Lint chocolates, exactly. All right, this was great. Thank you, Abele.
I love you.
That was great. Great.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in and share.
Let's find my mouse. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, and share.
And share.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.